Hello everybody, Andy here from Glass Half Dead, the #1 kill team channel on YouTube. Don't Google that, of course it is entirely true though. I wanted to talk about what I think is the worst thing GW has ever done. Which, obviously, you can just see on screen here. That sounds like hyperbole, maybe. It sounds like your standard click farming, just trying to get those hate rage clicks, yeah? I'm genuinely not. I think that this is genuinely, possibly, let me know if I'm wrong, the worst thing GW has ever done. The worst thing morally. Of course, we should never really ascribe morality to a company, but whatever. Let's not get into that. That's a bit too deep for this. So, for those of you in the past that are unaware, GW has something called the Warhammer Heroes series. In the past, it's always been Space Marines. We started with Standard Ultramarines, then we had Blood Angel Terminators. Then we had Death Guard, then we had Strike Force Justian. Of course, Death Guard, Strike Force Justian have just been re-released in the Kill Team starter set. Cool? Right, we're all up to date. The way these boxes release is they release in Japan first, and they are called Gacha, G-A-C-H-A, boxes. This is something to do with how things are released in Japan and basically over there, much like I'm sure you're aware with, for example, Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering. They're huge fans of gambling and just not knowing what you get. Blind boxes, blind buys, etc. Big thing over there. Really, really big. And fine. So anyway, in these display boxes that you could buy as a packaged product, or you could buy an individual box from within, you would get 8 models. And within these 8 models, up until now, you were guaranteed to get every model plus one additional regular model. Okay? Cool. So for example, I went out and bought the Plague Marines. I got every model from that Plague Marine set plus an additional one. And with Strike Force Justian, I was given by GW, because I got a review copy of Strike Force Justian, because it was a kill team set. And it had all 7 models plus an additional bolter guy. Okay? Cool. Nice. I'm okay with that. Right? Like, I'm not like, this is terrible. It's fine, because it meant that you could go out and buy 8 models for £45 and you were guaranteed to get everything. Cool. Now, obviously you can already see where this is going because you can see on screen what I'm talking about, right? Now they are doing a real Gacha set. So now you can go out and you can buy a display case of 8 models, 8 boxes, and you are not guaranteed to get everything. Now look. I don't care about Stormcast, I don't care about Warcry, I don't care about Age of Sigmar in general. They're cool things, but like, in general, I'm not like trying to take a morally outraged stance. This isn't Kill Team, this isn't my game, right? I'm not like defending the Vanguard, the Bulwark from that perspective. I just think this is the worst business practice GW has ever performed. And I just want to talk about it and complain about it and talk about better ways to do things in the future for consumers, as consumers, sorry, because, yeah, so I suspect that this wouldn't be a particularly high selling set anyway, because it's Stormcast instead of Space Marines. Obviously that's going to get fewer people buying stuff. I don't know the Japanese market, perhaps they are bigger on Age of Sigmar than the Western market, and so they thought they would get a better sales over there. I don't know. I don't think that's part of their reasoning. I think they're just trying to push Age of Sigmar in general. And I think in concept that's really cool, because if I'm honest with you, I find it really, really frustrating that everybody only cares about 40k. I wish people branched out more, and I think that Age of Sigmar is a really cool setting with some really cool models, some of the best around, definitely in general, far better than 40k. So this is awesome. I like this in concept. I don't personally care about the fact that I cannot get these for my game, for Warcry, right? Don't care. 100% I would have bought these. If they said, if this was exactly the same, you can go out and buy a display case of 8 models, and you get all of these for 45 quid, I'd buy this. I don't need these models. I don't particularly, I would never use them. I just think they're cool alternative sculpts. Fine. Looks nice. I think I always like the idea that, yeah, Age of Sigmar's, you know, a really specific vision, and these guys aren't necessarily any better than their rank and file guys, which is a little bit questionable. Why are you making them in that case? Not the point. But hey, It's like it's a cool, heavily armoured D&D group. You know, that's kind of the way I view it, so I really like it. However, that is not the case. You will now go out, and the case of the display case is that you will not be guaranteed to get these. If we just very quickly look in the left-hand corner there, I'll actually talk about the image I'm showing. So if you want to get that one blacked out miniature there, which we obviously have no idea what it is, it definitely is not a Magister Arcanum, that's for sure. Statistically, if you want to get that, you would have to buy 3 cases, and you would end up with one of those models, and an absolute crap load of everything else. Specifically number 6 there? Oh, I can't see number 6. Okay, well, who cares? So, you know, that is what it is, okay? And at that point, when you are able to buy an item and not get an item, in my opinion, this is straight up gambling. And in fact, we know it is now straight up gambling, because it is a law that whenever a gacha type product exists in Japan, that you have to put the odds, otherwise it is an illegal product. I assume that this goes for things like, you know, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, booster pack cards as well, I guess. And they would rate that in rarities, so, you know, a rare card is, you know, 1%, whatever, I don't know. But that is a law in Japan. And because this is primarily a Japanese thing, hence why if you look right at the top of the screen, it's Japanese text. They have to follow those laws because they want that to be a box product over there. And so yeah, it's gambling, and that really pisses me off, if I'm honest. Here's the thing, because I want you to understand, in general, I'm a total GW simp, right? I have no issues with their pricing. I know that's a big thing. A lot of people hate GW and say it's the most expensive game in the world. Right now, on my desk, I've got some Infinity models, okay? And I'm painting them up because of N5. Really excited for that. So I'm painting up Infinity. Holy crap, that is an expensive game to get into, okay? And you get much less actual like product for your money. The value might be higher, that's depending on you. But like, everybody talks about how bad GW's money is, and it isn't. It's totally fine. It's okay. It's a luxury product that, you know, they charge high amounts for, but not really. It's in line with everything else. It's probably because everybody else puts their rates up to match GW's, to be fair. But like, I'm cool with it. It's fine. I'm okay with GW's pricing. That's normally the main issue people have with GW. I'm also super relaxed about GW's terrible rules in general. I accept that everything they release comes out broken, and I'm cool with it. I don't really blame them, if I'm honest. So I am legitimately one of GW's biggest apologizers, simps, whatever. And I want to make that clear, so that when I say fuck GW because of this product, because I genuinely believe that gambling is immoral, like, I kind of mean it, you know? And I think this is genuinely a cancer that needs to be cut out. But in fairness, I'm also fully aware that's probably not the best take in the world, because Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, that all exists. It's targeted at children. It's literal gambling. Nobody gives a shit. Cool, fine, I accept I'm in the wrong. I don't know how booster pack based card games exist. Genuinely. I feel like it's illegal, but it's not. So cool, whatever. We're all grown adults, of course. We're not children. I think it's legitimately outrageously immoral and insane to promote those things to kids. But whatever, not the point. Not the point. When it comes to this, I would say that, again, if I would be able to go out and buy one box and get 8 models, all of which are the models that I expect to get, plus one duplicate, I'd buy this. 50 quid? Sure, here you go. Is that an outrageous amount for 8 models? Yeah. 8 models that I don't even want to use? Yeah, I agree. I've got a problem. I don't know what to tell you. But now, going out, I won't buy a single one, because why would I buy a product that I then will not own, is genuinely the way I view this. And I'm not going to buy 3 boxes because I might still not get the 1 drop, right? Legitimately insane. There you go. That's all I can really think. And absolutely outrageous. So I just kind of wanted to say, often people in comments will go ahead and start saying, I'm gonna 3D print from now on, I'm gonna play 1-page rules, that's me, I'm anti-GW now, I'm taking my money elsewhere. And they say, I'm not giving another dime to GWs. And sadly, this, I guess we all have different points at which we say that, because this is my point. However, sorry, obviously I'm still going to play GW, because why wouldn't I? But specifically this product. So on the month that this releases, this 50 quid, whatever it's going to cost, I will, because look, it's all well and good to go ahead and say never touch GW again, right? And the only way you can really affect anything GW does is by voting with your wallet, as we call it. But I don't think, I think we also need to be realistic about this, because in reality, unless you form an actual, union and make enough people not buy GW for a long enough time, one person going on strike means literally nothing. That's just called, having a bad day. I don't know. So for me, the way I intend to approach this is that on the month that this releases, I will take that £50 that I would have happily spent on this. And it's not that I won't buy anything. I also want to stress that, we all do this hobby for fun. That's for sure. And on that month, instead of buying anything from GW, I will take that £50 for this box, and I will buy something from another company. Obviously, currently, right this moment, I'm quite hyped on Infinity, so it might be from Corvus Belli there. It might be from Steamforged Games, where I've got my War Machine 2-player starter box behind me there. I don't know, but whenever this releases for that month, I will give 0 money to GW, and I will give that £50 to another wargaming company, whichever one I'm most hyped for at the time. Additionally, quickly, I would probably add to that an additional pledge from me, which Tabletop Impulse asked me. I didn't even think about it, but he said, because he did a video about this first, I will, if GW releases anything in this manner, whether they give it to me or I have to buy it, I will refuse to cover it, apart from to unapologetically slander. Wait, no, I mean the realistic thing. No, I'll start the video by saying allegedly, and then I'll be fine. Because I genuinely think this is the worst thing a company could ever do. I think that putting legitimate gambling into your release cycle is insane, to be honest with you. So, not that I'm expecting them to give this to me, I don't see why they would. But if they do, I will cover it by, I don't know, burning them or something out of protest. Although a one-man protest means nothing, obviously. But you got to do what you got to do for yourself, right? And I will not buy one. And likewise, in the future, if they decide this is the best thing we've ever done and we're going to move to a yearly box where that's what we're doing, it's gacha gambling every time, and they send me one because it's for a kill team box like Strikeforce Justion was, I will do the same. I will refuse to cover the product, and I will in some way destroy that product. There you go. Okay, cool. Okay, well, anyway, I just wanted to say that no multiple pleasantries in this video, because of course multiple pleasantries are very moral, and this gambling bullshit is very immoral. Don't know what that was. Okay, well, thanks for listening. This is just me being a weirdo. I don't know. Let me know. Like, legitimately, I'm curious. The thing is, and it's a little bit of a tough one, this is purely a moral stance from me, because I think gambling's a terrible thing. But I could afford this if I wanted to. I could go and just keep on buying these models, these display boxes until I get all of them, right? Like, it's not a question of funding for this particular one, because there is a level of gambling that I couldn't do, right? Where if it's a car, well, okay, I couldn't afford a car, so I don't want to gamble. I don't play the lottery because that's silly, in my opinion. I could afford this. I could just keep on buying these boxes until I get them, right? And yeah, but I genuinely don't think this is a good thing. I think I've been there. When... Oh no, oh, sorry. I'm going to stop because I was about to get into a ramble, a proper long rant about loot boxes in computer games and how it all started with a horse. So we're going to move on. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm overreacting? Do you think this isn't actually the worst thing GW does? And yes, I'm including FOMO boxes. I don't think FOMO boxes are that bad. The only FOMO is how cheap it is. It's the price, which GW sets and lies itself, okay? That's not real FOMO. Moving on, not the point. Or do you think, yes, this is terrible? Or do you think, actually, nah, it's fine? Because it's low value gambling, and you're right, everybody that is in GW stuff still is basically a whale and is willing to go and buy 3 boxes of these. Or maybe you think, well, it doesn't matter that much, Andy, because actually you'll be able to buy it as a single on eBay, so who cares? Let me know what your thoughts are. I just think this is shit. There you go. I hate to be so gauche, but I really think this is very bad. For wargaming in general, and of GW to do. Cool, bye.